Hi, how are you? Well, I'm putting this video out here because the British media is all flustered and flabbergasted and stunned, speechless about Kate's cancer. But let's face it, when she was when she was putting out that she had abdominal surgery, whether it was scheduled or unscheduled, cancer has to be high on the list. There's not many things you go in and have abdominal surgery for. She wasn't pregnant, and so what are the options? So naturally, cancer was a thought. And then when they extended her time off from duty, cancer went even higher on the list. So I don't know why the British are so totally stunned. I mean, certainly hearing it makes it a reality and very sad news, something we don't want to hear from anybody. But it's a realization that when someone says they're going for abdominal surgery, you have to think that is pretty strange. What is going on? And then when they're taking an extended time off after the abdominal surgery, well, you have to start thinking this is serious and cancer is way up on the list. So other people are very upset that Kate was forced to put this out there and say that she had cancer, and I disagree. I think it's the best thing for her. She was hiding. We haven't seen her since Christmas. She went to the hospital. She snuck out of the hospital. She went to Adelaide Cottage, which is described as like hell because it is so cold and chilling. The person taking care of her, we were told, was giving a room in a unattached bathroom or something crazy. Then she was snuck into Sandringham. And then she got back to Adelaide Cottage. I mean, this girl has been really traveling. And so none of this was making any sense. What was going on? So when you lie, these lies always come to the surface. And the best policy is don't lie. Say a bit of the truth. You don't have to say everything, but you need to say a bit of the truth. And if Kate was able to move around, her face was looking normal, and her hands were fine, well, she could have done a quick video, and that would have prevented all of the speculation. The speculation is normal. If she doesn't want to be a public figure, that's different. But she is a public figure. She's accepting the British money, so she needs to accept that when she disappears, there's going to be some concern as to what happened to her, why she's hiding. So that's just news for her in the future as to how her life is right now. I think it's good that she got it out. Talking makes everything more rational. She can talk out her fears. She can find people who she finds comforting. I think everything will go easier for her than all of this sneaking around. That was just crazy. One of the most famous people who went through something like this was Shirley Temple. You remember the cute little "On the good ship, lollipop, it's a nice trip to the candy shop." Well, when Shirley Temple grew up, she became a U.S. ambassador to Ghana and I believe Czechoslovakia. In 1972, she found out she had breast cancer. Well, before Shirley Temple got breast cancer, it was the worst thing in the world for a woman to find out that she had breast cancer. And women sometimes would commit suicide or felt suicidal if they've had that diagnosis. And what they used to do is they would take a woman into the hospital. They thought, we don't know what kind of, how bad the cancer is. We're going to put you under anesthesia. You're going to wake up. And it's not until you wake up until you're going to find out what kind of surgery we did. And so that was just horrifying. Shirley Temple said no. She said, I want to make the decision. She said, you can put me under anesthesia. You can figure out what's going on, take the biopsy. But then you have to wake me up. You have to tell me what you found, and I'm going to make the decision with you as to how we're going to treat this cancer. And she talked about it publicly. She was the first person to talk about breast cancer publicly without this hysteria that all prior women had about the subject. Before Shirley Temple, the subject of cancer was a death sentence for any marriage. Husbands were embarrassed that their wife got cancer. Husbands felt their wives were no longer real women, and the marriages almost always ended almost immediately. With Shirley Temple coming out, a much beloved star worldwide, much admired ambassador, she was able to change the picture of breast cancer and the whole conversation that was had among women and with families about what it means to have breast cancer and what can you do to make things better. I think Kate will also find that talking is going to help her face this cancer more bravely and with less fear. She doesn't have to fear that her classmates, the classmates of her children, will talk about her. Because guess what? A lot of those kids have mothers with breast cancer too. And the kids will find that they are not alone and that Kate is not the only woman, the only mother in the class that's dealing with some type of cancer. Breast cancer, colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, and all liver cancer, all kinds of things. So the kids are going to find out this is a story that's part of life, and they're going to become more rational about what it means for a family member to have cancer. And it seems like a lot of people in London are getting cancer from what we can see from the royal family. So I think it was a good thing that Kate was made to reveal her concerns. I don't feel she actually had to come out and say that she had cancer, but she needed to just make an appearance and say, hi, I'm alive and well. But if she did, since she did come out, I think it's the best, and I think she will benefit from it. But we haven't even touched on the thing that women hate most about cancer. It's not the diagnosis of cancer, or for a lot of people, it's not even the fact that you might die. For a lot of women, and for Kate, the problem is with chemotherapy. As everybody with common sense knows, you lose your hair after about 2 to 4 weeks on chemotherapy. It starts coming out, and all of a sudden it will come out in bunch loads. I suggest Kate donate her hair to a worthy cause. What I find odd is that King Charles, who's supposed to be on chemotherapy, doesn't seem to have lost any of his hair. So we'll see how Kate is able to tolerate it. There are many groups she can connect with to discuss with other women how they're dealing with hair loss. She will be losing her hair for months, and it will be at least a year before she starts to see good regrowth. So Kate will probably not be a working royal for a year because of so many emotional things she'll be going through. And the media in Britain is still saying she'll be back in a couple of weeks. I don't think that's true. I would think that you need to count her out for about 1 year. So I just wanted to get this out. This is a quick video, and I'm doing it on the fly, so excuse the problems with the picture, but I really am doing it on the fly. So I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.